Like I said, guys, these individuals are messed up out there. People are effed up. The world is backwards. What can I say? Is that not the truth? You know, I'm going to be totally honest. Like, as you guys hear me on these videos speak, you know, I see things that's going on in the world today. Not just where I come from, because honestly, where I come from, things are a lot more good. Things are a lot brighter where I come from overall in different places in this world. But the fact that we live in today's day and age, we have social media, we have certain things like that, right? We have access to a lot of things and information. And you know, I think it's a good thing rather than a bad thing. Keeps things interesting. We get to see a lot what's going on. Not that it all matters, because the majority of it does not, but it's good to see what's going on. You're up to date with the world, you're up to date with what's going on. Like I said, a lot of it is irrelevant, but there's certain things that, you know, you'll learn from. So that's the good part. Because if you were just stuck at where you come from alone, you wouldn't have the viewpoint you have in the world like you would today. That's the thing. But let me just elaborate on this. So it's like, the way things are in the world, the way men, the way women are, where I come from, it's much, much better. Much better than a lot of the parts of the world. So sometimes when I speak on certain things, a lot of you guys think I'm talking about everything that's going on with where I come from, but a lot of it is not. Some of it is. It depends what I'm speaking on, but I see a lot of craziness going on, especially in the United States. Like, it's crazy. Like, the male-female dynamic, it's completely insane in the United States. I'm from Canada, and where I come from, there's a lot of great women. There's a lot of great men. A lot. But there's also some crazy ones as well. It's going to exist everywhere. There's crazy men and women everywhere. Everywhere. But where I come from, it's a lot better. A lot better than a lot of the places in this world. And you know, what I'm seeing what's going on, especially in the States, it's the women that's acting like men. It's the United States, it's the golden place to live in as far as opportunity. There's no other place in the world like the United States when it comes to getting rich, getting opportunity. It's the land of opportunity. Where I come from, it's the opposite. I live on an island. There's literally nothing here. You got to make your own opportunity. That's what you got to do. And in saying that, like, when I look back, it makes you cringe, because it's like, damn, like, I have all this talent. And yes, you can move in the world, you can go places, but not everybody has the money, not everybody has the resources. Now, like, what are you going to do? Move? And now what? You have nothing. You have no money. You have no resources. You can't get a hold of anybody. You can't really do anything. So what are you really going to do? You know, the only option I had was to create things for myself for where I come from, and I've been doing that for the last years of my life. Just over the last 2 years, things have been getting good, things have been getting interesting in the last 2 years. Especially in the last year, things have been getting real interesting. So, you know, and that's what happens when you work really hard. You can make anything happen. But back to this. So, I feel a lot of people in the United States are real entitled. Not all, but a lot of them are. A lot of them, like, if they had what we had, I don't know what they'd be like. I don't know. Who knows? Sometimes it's bad to have everything almost handed to you. Because people in the States damn near have opportunities just knocking at their door. That's how much opportunity they have. Like, you can make things happen a lot easier in the United States than you can in Canada or in most other countries. I'm not saying there's zero opportunity everywhere else, but in some places little to none. And I feel like these people are very entitled. The women there are very, and not all, because there could be some women or men or whatever watching this video from the States, not all, but it's like, you guys know what I'm talking about, the majority. You see them so selfishly going on, and it's like they have it made, but they're still just, I don't even know, like, I don't even know what to say. They're just, their attitudes suck, to keep it short. Like, they're so, like, those girls are so high maintenance, so ungrateful. That's a great word. They're so ungrateful. They're trying to be men. From all the opportunity they have, from all the money they can make, which is why they're trying to take the role of a man, which is why they're on all these antidepressant, anti-anxiety pills, because they're not cut out to be a man. They can be Miss Boss, Miss Independent, Miss Queen, Miss I don't need a man, all she wants. At the end of the day, there's a reason why 1 in 4 of these women are on all these medications. It's because of their attitudes. It's because of what they were almost given, with little to no work or effort. They can blow up on OnlyFans. They can blow up on this. They can blow up on that. They can get a name very easy. Even the algorithm where they come from, it's a lot easier. You can post and things are going to get seen a lot quicker. It's certain things like this. They do limited work, get everything handed to them, which is why they're so ungrateful, which is why they're trying to take roles of being a man, and all these crazy things are happening. That's why the world is backwards. But not all the world. Just some places. Because, you know, where I come from, a lot of people have character, and I cannot lie about that. I can't. It is the truth. And I'm going to tell the truth. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, everyone's messed up where I come from, even though there's some people that are. A lot of people where I come from, they actually have character. They actually have a personality. They actually have an opinion, things about themselves. Hard workers. They work extremely hard. They're not that paid. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people with character. That's what builds character. When you are a silver spoon, when you're handed things so easily, that's not what builds character. Fast success builds ego. Slow success builds character. You had to bust your ass. You had to bust your ass to make any significant results. And I mean bust. For years. For years and years and years you had to bust. But in some places, like I said, silver spoon, had success so easy. And they complain, oh, I worked so hard and did this and did that. I'm sure they put in some work. I'm sure they did, because you have to still put in work to manage any success. But the thing is, they got it so much easier, so much quicker, without almost lifting a finger towards what some people have to go through to get any amount of success. Which is why they act entitled, which is why they act the way they act, which is why the world goes backwards, and why people are effed up out there. That effs people up. They didn't build character. They developed some success, and they're just off the hinges because of it. They lack character. They lack good morals, integrity, and certain things like this. So they feel entitled to do all those things. They feel entitled to make men act like women to be the head honcho when that's exactly what's making them on those medications. And we're speaking on these women in this situation in itself. I don't mean to make this video just about that, but it's just another point that I make. They are entitled. They are losing their own damn minds. They're going to realize, they're going to look back at their behaviors when they're actually fully grown women in their 40s, 50s, maybe 60s, and think, what the heck was I thinking? Because they all do that. They all do. Look at all the former hotties, when they used to be former hotties, when they were in their 20s. Now they're in their 40s, 50s, and they try to give women advice, to try to tell them to do the right things, to not be how I was. You see these videos all the time. You see people like this all the time. And they're not lying. I even dated a girl, and her own mother tried to tell her, like, do not mess things up with this guy. Like, and she would look at me, her own mother, and be like, I don't even know why you're still with her. Because I gave this girl chance after chance after chance when I was young in my teens. And I really liked this girl. She liked me too, but she had these issues that caused her to make decisions that was not in her best interest at all. Even when she made the decisions, it was quite shocking, because it's like things were so good between me and her when they were good, but it's like she had to do what she did, and she's forever going to regret it. And you know how I know that? Because she already tried to come back multiple times, and you know what? That door has been closed a long time ago. And that's why I'm saying, like, there are still messed up people where I come from too, just not all of them. And you know what? I could get screwed over by somebody. It's never gonna make me change. It's never gonna make me hate women. It's never gonna make me do any of those things, because I still associate with healthy people all the time. And I'm fully aware that messed up people in this world do exist, because they had past troubles and they were not strong enough to overcome those past troubles, so they took out their frustrations on other people, which it happened to me a few times, and it is what it is. It's never pleasant to go through, but it's a learning experience. And when you see it from a rational standpoint, when you see it from a higher view, it does not bother you the way it did when it first happened. It's more so, I see it for what it is, and it makes you forgive. It just, you're not going to hold on to it and, oh, be so bitter about it. Oh, I'm going to get this person back. I want revenge on this person. None of those things are going to exist, because you leveled up times 10, times 20, times 30, times 100. And it's like almost nothing can get to you, because you did so much work and you're still involved with good people. But like I said, there's going to be so many situations where people make decisions that are not in their best interest. This own girl's mother looking at me being like, I don't even know why you're still here. I don't even know why you keep coming back here, because I would go back to their house. And obviously when I stopped going to her house, her mom obviously knew what's going on. Okay, they're not together anymore because of her. And she would just sit there and have nothing to say, because she couldn't really say anything. She just kept quiet when her mom was trying to tell her, I'm telling you, like, don't get rid of this guy. And look what happened. You know, years later, try to come back. I don't want you anymore. That ship has sailed. There's certain girls I've talked to for a couple months, playing things out, seeing how things are going to happen. And once that ship has sailed, I'm telling you right now, I do not want you anymore. And whenever you have the mindset that you do not want her anymore, that's exactly when she wants you, like she never wanted you before. And it's just, it makes no sense, because women want you to approach them, but when you do, now they don't know what to do. They're kind of keeping you there, They're talking to you, but it's like, back off, but it's like, yeah, I still want you here, but back off. I still want you here and talk to you, but back off. People are backwards, bro. And it's mostly women, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they have serious issues. They really do. And I can't do anything about that. Like, I'll try and toy with them, play around with them, whatever, to make you comfortable, and they're still uncomfortable because they're insecure by nature. And the more confident you are, the more fearful they are of you, too. Don't think you're just going to get more confident, become successful, rich, whatever, and you're just going to, you will attract a lot of females, you will. But they're still going to be intimidated. They will. You're going to make a lot of girls nervous whenever you are on your shit. Because they know, this guy's better than me. That's what they tell themselves. I'm not even saying that from an egotistical point. That's literally how they think. They know that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to play it off as if it's like that, because they're not going to do that. That'd be a stupid move on them. But they think that, and they want to pretend like it's not like that, but it is like that. And once I made my decision, you know what? That ship has sailed. If you didn't royally screw me over or do something completely bad, I decided to let you go, which I've done to a lot of females because I knew they weren't ready. I could just tell. It just wasn't going anywhere past a certain point where it got to. So it's like, in my head, that ship has sailed. I have no interest. I'm not just going to sit here, give you attention all day, make you feel good, and you're just not going to, nothing's going to happen. It's just, this is what it is. Absolutely not. That ship has sailed. I'm no longer interested in you. I'm done. How could I be interested in something that's just staying right there? It all comes down to her living in fear. Her worrying about multiple things. Her worrying that she's not going to be good enough. And the list goes on. I don't even want to sit here and start saying all the things, but there's just so many things. And it is what it is. When you get a female like that, not all of them's like that, but when you get something like that, let it go. Maybe she just needs time. Maybe it was bad timing. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But what you're going to notice is when you let her go, she instinctually knows that. And that's when she's going to start. She's all up in her emotions now. She's all up in her feelings. She's gonna try to play these games, try to get you back, try to do all these things. And you're just not playing with it. I'm good. Because you're trying to get me back to where you had me, which is giving you free attention. And nothing else is proceeding. I'm not wasting my time. See you later. Baby girl. See you later. That ship has sailed. Daddy's going somewhere else. I don't know when I'll be back home, but I'm going somewhere else. It is what it is. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? No. Absolutely not. So, you guys know what it is. This world is backwards. People are backwards. And you know what? It's okay. We just don't gotta deal with them. There's too many people in this world that are not developed. They're just not. And you know what? If you want to get with these people that are not developed, just understand that you're wasting your time. People that are getting with people that are not developed are also not developed, because if you are developed, this person is not going to want to be near you. You're way too developed to be around them. You're going to make them feel so uncomfortable. And they're going to make you feel uncomfortable, to be quite honest too. So you have to pick a path. If you want to get people that are undeveloped, that are not sure of themselves, don't develop yourself. But with that being said, that's not my advice. My advice is to develop yourself, and you might stick by yourself for a while. You might be putting in work for a while. You're not really dating. You're not really hanging with a bunch of friends. You're just developing. That's the best way to go. Because when you're messing with underdeveloped people and you're underdeveloped, you might get to date them here and there. You might get to do little things here and there. You might feel like you're getting these wins here and there. But when it's all said and done, it's never going to last. Undeveloped people are constantly sabotaging everything. Sabotaging relationships. Sabotaging everything because they're unsure of who they are. They're unsure of themselves. So what do? This is what I realized at 18, guys. I started getting serious about life. Friends started dropping out of my life like, I don't know what, like just flies were dead. It's like everything's just dropping. I'm developing. I'm becoming stronger. I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be. And that is that. You're going to start to lose a lot of people. You become bulletproof, you lose a lot of people. Because you're serious. It's game on now. I'm dead serious. That's how you have to be. And anything less than that, you're wasting your time. The best thing you can do is develop yourself in life. Period. You don't want to be like these people that are just backwards. They think backwards. Everything about them is just backwards. Their heads are not on straight. There's something seriously wrong with them and their intentions. You cannot trust people like that. You cannot trust undeveloped people. You cannot trust people in this backwards world that are like that. Not everybody's backwards, but a lot of people are. So get with people with a good head on their shoulders, or get with nobody at all. That is your best bet. That is what I've been doing. That's what I do to this day. And now the people I attract and am only attracted to is people that have a good head on their shoulders, that get it, that want to get it. You don't even got to be fully developed, but at least if you get it and you're trying and you're putting in effort, that's good enough. That's good enough. Because you're on the right path. You either want it or you don't. If you don't want it, get the F away from me. Because you know what? I want it. And I want people who want it. And that's what you should want too. Because this is how you build solid, real friendships. Solid, real relationships. Solid, real everything. Your results are solid. Your people are solid. Everything is solid. It's been built. None of this phony, fake shit that you don't even know what's going on. It's these games. It's these people. You don't know what's going on. Forget about them. Move the F on and get your shit together.